In this episode, I'm going to give you my 7 top high-proof Blancos right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today I'm going to give you my 7 top high-proof Blancos. Now keep in mind, these are all unbiased, honest opinions. I didn't do this off of sample bottles that were sent to me. Instead, I did them off of real retail bottles that were sealed when I got them. So it's the tequila at its best, the way it shows up, the way it's supposed to be represented. Now, also, I do not accept payment for any of my reviews or for any of the videos that I do from brands. I am completely 100% funded by people like yourself with your memberships here on the YouTube channel, as well as in the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So that being said, let's give you my 7 top high-proof Blancos. Number 7 on the list is a staple in my collection and one that I drink lots of. I got several bottles of it and I keep buying more bottles. You can't beat it for the price. And of course, it's from Master Tequilero Felipe Camarena. It is the Terralta 110 Blanco. If you haven't tried the Terralta 110 yet, it is a must-try for high-proof Blanco fans. Beautiful, rich minerality to it. It's got a bite to it, so be careful. But it is an amazing flavor bomb. One of my favorite high proofs. Number 7 on the list. So I'd highly recommend, if you haven't tried it, grab it. The price on it also is very reasonable. So make sure you look for the Terralta 110 proof Blanco. Number 6 on the list comes from my good friend Sergio Cruz out of NOM 1414, which is Viva, Mexico. And it is the Yayo High Proof Blanco. Delicious flavor profile on this. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it yet. It is delicious. It's really good. I was glad they sent me a bottle to do a review, and one I definitely will keep on my shelf and visit over and over again. So if you haven't tried it yet, make sure you pick it up. Yayo High Proof Blanco. Number 5 on my list comes out of NOM 1107, which the name of the distillery is El Viejito, and it is the Elvaitor Plata 50% Blanco. This one surprised me. It's got a really beautiful flavor profile. I had some chance to sit down with Juan Eduardo, who's the master distiller, master tequilero that runs the distillery, and talk to him. And this one is just, it's magical. It's really delicious. If you haven't tried it yet, make sure you grab some. It's definitely well worth the price as well. Very reasonably priced. It's not super expensive, but the flavor profile on it's delicious. So if you haven't tried it yet, make sure you pick up a bottle. El Viejito 50%, the Plata 50. Number 4 on the list comes out of the Valle and NOM 1480. Now, it's actually being made at their new distillery, La Roca, but since it's bottled at 1480, it's still being labeled with 1480, and it is the new and improved Don Abraham Still Strength Blanco. This is beautiful. It is just a magical high-proof Blanco. I highly recommend it. If you haven't tried this one, I recommend trying it, and I recommend revisiting the whole Don Abraham brand, because they did really been doing a good job of rejuvenating this brand and really doing a good job of creating some amazing tequilas. I love the whole line. The whole line's really good, but this is really representative for me of what a really good Valle Still Strength Blanco tastes like. So if you haven't picked it up, make sure you do. It's available all over the place. It is Don Abraham Still Strength Blanco. Number 3 on the list comes out of NOM 1522 and Master Distiller Jimmy Salza. It is not available yet in the United States, but it's on its way. It should be available anytime. It is the Dos Angeles High Proof Blanco. This is beautiful flavor profile on this. I was really impressed. They sent me a bottle to do a review on it, and it just blew me away. The flavor profile on this is magical. It's one that I definitely could sit and enjoy and sip. It's not hot at all. You wouldn't even know that it's as high proof as it is. So it's 100 proof, and you wouldn't even know it when you drink it. So if you get a chance, if you find it, make sure you try it. It is the Dos Angeles Caídos High Proof Blanco. Now, the next 2 options are actually like tied for first place, but one of them's got to take second. They're both amazing high proof Blancos. I highly recommend it. This one comes out of NOM 1414 and Master Distiller Sergio Cruz. It was an experimental batch. that was introduced to me, and I ended up bringing it into the United States with a little bit of a fight with Sergio Cruz and Sergio Vivanco, but they finally let me do it. If you haven't tried it yet, you owe yourself a bottle to try it. It's amazing, especially for the price of $72.99. It is a ridiculously good price for such a great, amazing, high-proof Blanco. It comes in at 92 proof or 46% alcohol. It is the Viva Mexico high-proof Blanco. This is only available on Ferment and Still. And now they're doing a deal where if you buy a bottle of the 2 bottles of the Viva Mexico or 2 bottles of the Carrera High Proof, or if you buy a bottle of each, your shipping is on them. They did this because I asked them to do something special for my followers, my viewers, for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So make sure you go to Ferment and Still and grab your Viva Mexico. This stuff is absolutely delicious. The responses that I'm getting back from people that are trying it are they absolutely love it. They can't stop drinking it. Once you start drinking it, it goes fast. So be prepared, buy a couple of bottles because you will definitely love this. It's amazing for the price. So that's the Viva Mexico Special Edition High Proof Blanco. This is limited edition. There's only 500 bottles made. Once the 500 bottles are sold, it's gone. It is the Tequila Hombre Reserva Edition. So you got to make sure you try this. It's absolutely delicious, especially if you love Blancos. And tied for first, because really, between the Viva Mexico and this one, it's really hard for me to pick one or the other. They're both amazing. It is the Carrera Batch 1 54. It is absolutely amazing stuff. If you haven't tried the Batch 1, make sure you pick up a bottle from Ferment and Still. Like I said, we're doing a sale right now. They're doing a sale where if you buy a bottle of this and a bottle of Viva Mexico, your shipping is free. They'll discount the shipping out so you don't have to pay for shipping on it. You can add other bottles if you want to it, but this stuff is absolutely amazing. The Batch 1 is different than the other bottles that you find out on the shelf in that this sat in stainless vats for 2 years, just melding together and getting beautiful. So it's a lot more refined than the bottles that are out there. And actually, when you taste them side by side, I've done a side-by-side comparison before, Batch 1 is just far superior. It's really good. So if you haven't picked up a bottle from Batch 1 yet, off of Ferment and Still, make sure you do so you don't miss out. It's the Carrera 54. Number 1 so far, high proof Blanco. Well, there you go. Those are my top 7 high proof Blancos so far. I do have a few other bottles that I'm going to be reviewing of high proof Blancos before the end of the year. So I will do an update of this later in December. But right now, those are my 7. So if you like the information I provide in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido. And if you like unbiased, honest reviews, then you've come to the right place. Make sure you click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it. And you'll get notified every time I post one of my unbiased, unpaid for reviews. I do these to not only help you guys so you can find great tequilas, but to also help these small brands that are doing it right, that don't have the money to pay for some of the influencers and stuff out there, or don't have the budget to do it. So make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you get notified. Come watch and learn about these amazing brands. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So hey, pick up any of these 7 high proof Blancos and you're going to be in amazing shape. Salud.